Welcome back to Manna Home Design, where we explore real homes, real stories, and real small space living. If you're new here, hit subscribe and join us as we tour apartments that prove great design isn't about size, it's about how you live. Brilliant small space living in New York City 375 square foot Brooklyn studio. This is a 375 square foot Brooklyn studio apartment. And nothing here is staged, styled, or pretending to be bigger than it is. This is real small space living in New York City, exactly as it's lived every day. In a city where every square foot matters, small space living in New York City isn't about perfection, it's about function, routine, and personal choices. Today, we're touring a 375 square foot Brooklyn studio apartment that shows how thoughtful interior design, practical decor ideas, and minimal furniture can support real daily life. From a narrow galley kitchen to a single living and sleeping space, this home reflects what New York studio living actually looks like: used, personal, and intentionally simple. Let's step inside and see how this Brooklyn studio makes small space living work. Entry plus kitchen. Welcome to real small space living in New York City, starting right here in this 375 square foot Brooklyn studio apartment. The entry opens straight into a narrow galley kitchen, a layout that's extremely common in pre-war New York rentals. There's no wasted space, no styling tricks, just practical interior design built around daily life. This kitchen shows how decor ideas in small apartments are often driven by necessity. Open shelves replace extra cabinets, everyday dishes stay visible, and cookware doubles as storage. The compact stove, laminate countertops, and tight refrigerator placement reflect what real New York City studio living actually looks like. Instead of hiding limitations, this Brooklyn studio apartment embraces them. Spices on top of the fridge, worn surfaces, and simple lighting all tell the story of a space designed to be used. It's honest small apartment interior design, shaped by routine, not trends. Walls and art. In small space living in New York City, walls do more than decorate, they hold memories. In this 375 square foot Brooklyn studio apartment, the walls act as a personal archive, filled with artwork collected over time rather than curated for style. These decor ideas for small apartments rely on flexibility. Art is taped, pinned, or casually framed, respecting rental rules while still expressing personality. This kind of interior design is common in real New York apartments where permanence isn't an option. Nothing here is symmetrical or staged, and that's intentional. The uneven arrangement reflects real life in a Brooklyn studio, where decor grows organically. It's proof that authentic small space interior design doesn't need perfection to feel complete. Storage and books. Storage is one of the biggest challenges in small space living in New York City, especially in a 375 square foot Brooklyn studio apartment. With limited closets, open shelving becomes essential, turning everyday items into visible parts of the interior design. Books, records, and ceramics are packed tightly, organized by use instead of appearance. These decor ideas for small apartments focus on access and efficiency, not minimalism. This is how real New York City studio apartments handle limited square footage. The density may look chaotic, but it's functional. Every shelf earns its place. In this Brooklyn studio apartment, storage isn't hidden, it's integrated into daily life, showing how small space interior design adapts to reality. Main living, sleeping area. This is the heart of small space living in New York City, a single room that does everything. In a 375 square foot Brooklyn studio apartment, the living and sleeping areas blend into one shared space. The bed is pushed against the wall, furniture is kept minimal, and textiles add warmth without crowding the room. These interior design choices reflect how real studio apartments prioritize movement and flexibility. There's no traditional living room setup here, just what's needed to live comfortably. This small apartment design shows that less furniture doesn't mean less comfort, it means smarter use of space in a Brooklyn studio. Work, dining corner. In small space living in New York City, furniture rarely has just one purpose. This 375 square foot Brooklyn studio apartment uses a single desk as both a workspace and a dining area. Placed near the window, the desk relies on natural light instead of extra lamps. These decor ideas for studio apartments reduce clutter while keeping the space functional and calm. This setup reflects real New York City studio living, where every square foot matters. Simple furniture choices support daily routines, proving that thoughtful interior design doesn't require more space, just better decisions. Back storage, kitchen. Some small space living in New York City solutions come from unexpected places. In this 375 square foot Brooklyn studio apartment, restaurant-style shelving solves kitchen storage problems. Metal racks hold baking trays, pans, and tools in plain sight. These small apartment storage ideas prioritize visibility and efficiency, which is common in real New York kitchens. There's nothing decorative here, and that's the point. This practical interior design approach supports daily cooking while respecting the limits of a Brooklyn studio apartment. Private garden. Outdoor space is rare in small space living in New York City, which makes this backyard especially meaningful for a 375 square foot Brooklyn studio apartment. The garden isn't landscaped or styled, it's functional. Herbs and edible plants extend the kitchen beyond the walls, adding value without adding square footage. This modest backyard shows how even a small outdoor area can change daily life. It's a practical extension of small apartment living, rooted in how people actually use space in Brooklyn. No matter the size, home is where life actually happens. In a city that never slows down, this 375 square foot Brooklyn studio proves that small space living in New York City can still feel personal, creative, and deeply lived in. Thanks for watching. and we'll see you in the next home.